Hi, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Barbie Brewer, Chief People Officer at Safe Security. Our number one value at Safe is to be customer first, and we embed this throughout our culture. While we keep our customers at the center of our development in numerous ways, at the heart of our innovative strategy is our design partnership program. This initiative allows us to collaborate directly with some of the world's most recognized and loved brands. By incorporating their feedback and requests into our product design, we enhance our aesthetic appeal and build a product that resonates well with the end user's familiarity and trust in the product. This program has been a cornerstone in developing our user-friendly cybersecurity solutions that protect and align visually and functionally with the brands we love. Now, how have we leveraged this program to ensure customer success and product excellence? We welcome Chris Caden, our Chief Customer Officer, and Saket Bajoria, our Chief Product Officer, to discuss the program. Welcome, guys, and thanks for being here.
Thanks, Barbie.
Thanks for
So
having.
first of all, I'd just like to ask you, how did this program originate? A lot of companies try to kind of hide how the sausage is made, but we're putting it right out there. How did we initially decide to involve our most valued clients in our product development lifecycle?
You want me to go
Chris, you
first?
want to go first? Yeah.
Yeah. Here at Safe, we've always considered ourselves to be customer-centric, customer first. But I think we were presented with a really unique opportunity where we were looking to redefine the vision, direction, and strategy of our product. And being that we were building this experience and feature set for our customers ultimately, we thought it best to have them be part of the process. And that was the impetus for the design partnership program. We didn't anticipate how much involvement and excitement there would be from our customers to actually spend the effort and time. So it was very refreshing when we ultimately rolled out the notion of including our customers into this design journey with us. There was an influx of interest and participation from the community to want to come along for the ride with us.
That's
Yeah.
great.
And I'll just to add to that, we have a concept internally called building an insanely great product, right? All of our engineers' product, we all passionately believe in whatever we build in an insanely great way. Now, if you think of any insanely great product that comes to mind, right, in the market, iPhone, Netflix, they're all amazing products, right? Now, let's take Netflix for an example. Netflix, what is insanely great? Of course, the content is great, right? But what features like what comes to mind is when you see a skip intro, like something as small as that. When you see on the mobile phone, they have an auto download feature, right? When I was on a flight and I was like, hey, I have these 4 hours and shit, I didn't download anything and there's no internet and what do I do now, right? And that's when I went to Netflix and I saw my downloads and it already auto downloaded about 5 6 things and I'm like, interesting, I never downloaded this, right? But that's insanely great. That gave me a feeling that, you know what, they have already figured out what kind of content I like and they've auto downloaded this for up to 10 GB, right? Now things like that, you cannot build this just by looking at requirements, what customers want. You really can do this only by, passionately talking to the customers, really understanding what is the pain, and then trying to convert that and turn it around. So that's what gave birth to design partnership. Like we truly believed internally, unanimously believed that we cannot build an insanely great product. We can build a great product, not insanely great. For that to be insanely great, customers have to be involved. And that's when we start this whole journey.
I love that. I love the Netflix example because they're also a great customer of ours, aren't they? Yeah.
They are, and you are
Yeah.
from Netflix. You are there.
Well, yeah, and after having spent 6 years there, I know how much effort goes into the adaptive streaming and the features and functionality that they build. That's great. So we
Right.
have over 100 customers though. So how have we chosen which customers would really go down this journey with us?
Yeah, I can take that. We were very picky. So we have over 100 customers. And so the way we decided this was we could only accommodate maybe about 10 customers in the beginning of how much we want to do with them. So basically, Chris and I went on a roadshow where we visited 20 customers live in person, and we basically were recruiting them, right? And seeing who's the ideal customer there. So the top things we were really looking for, number one is ease of working with, right? It's if it's going to be so difficult to find time with them, it's not going to work, right? So number one is ease of work. Second is we wanted a fixed timing with them to say, can you dedicate this 1 hour every week so that we're not chasing you to find the time in the calendar? This is the 1 hour Wednesday, 10 o'clock when we're going to meet together, right? Third was interesting, homeworks. We said, look, if we are working together, we are going to give each other homework, right? We're going to talk about a solution. We'll give you some prototypes. You test it out, right? And next time, so that it's iterative, you can show us what you think. You got some time to spend with it, and at the same time, we build some more prototypes and give you, right? And I would say really being open to ideas was the key, and ease of working. I'll just mention that it is difficult. Just one-time meeting is one thing, but a lot of times you want to share things, right? You want to share videos, share prototypes and all that. So one thing that we learned there was that we probably need a private Slack channel or WhatsApp group or whatever, right? So that's when we actually, after a few weeks of design partnership starting, we actually made them either have a Slack channel or WhatsApp group. That made it so easy for us to just share ideas and do that along the way.
Excellent.
Yeah, we were very clear of those guiding principles up front, right? What it meant to be a design partner and what would be required from everyone. And it was very well understood by every participant that joined the program with us. So much so that all of the design partners that started with us, right, over the 3 to 6 month period that we ran the program for, every single one of them remained consistently engaged throughout the process, which is amazing. You don't get to see that often.
No fall off. That's great.
Yeah. A lot of times I actually got emails saying that, hey, you have not sent us the homework from last week, which you talked about. So I'm like, oh my God, it kept getting serious, and we kept getting more and more passionate about it with that involvement from them. So I would say it was just amazing there.
That's great. It's great when our customers care as much about our product as we do, or at least halfway there. That's wonderful. So let's get a little bit more detail here. How much time did we actually spend with each customer, and what features were influenced by their input?
Yeah, so we met with about 20, we recruited about 10, we meet with them 1 to 2 hours a week, and we've been doing that for over a year now. So I would just say about 2 times 10, 20 times 50 weeks, whatever, 52 weeks.
Who has a calculator?
We've actually spent over 1,000 hours of our design partnership and dedicated time with their entire team. And on a per customer basis, it'll be about 1 year of engagement every week. So yeah.
Yeah. It was a significant amount of time, both in session with us, but then because of the whole homework aspect of this, offline, customers spent additional time beyond that. But the thing that was unique about this, I felt, was that every week we were delivering upon promises or feedback that was received from the design partners the week prior, right? So there was always something new for them to look at, explore, and give us further feedback on. I think that was the main catalyst to keep engagement from every partner very high. And then second, the excitement in what they were seeing, right, come together from the collaboration that they were having with SB and the engineering team to actually build out feature and functionality that would actually solve real business problems for them. I think that was kind of like the main components that kept that engagement very high and not as transparent to them that they were taking time away from their daily routine because it was seen as something that will actually reduce level of effort for them
Yeah.
once it's fully rolled out.
Okay. Do you have any example of a feature that was highly influenced by our customers? Putting you on the
That's
spot a little bit.
that's it. No, well, honestly, I would say 100% of our product is either influenced by the customers or we have influenced them. Like
Okay.
I would say, a lot of times it's happened that they want something, but we are not super convinced about it from an ROI perspective, and we have been able to transparently tell them. So I think I would say that I can't pick any feature because any big feature I think about of the product, I can think about customers I've spoken to about that, and so I would say 100% of our product is customer aligned. And there have been times we have built things that they have not asked for, right? But
Hmm.
we know that how that's all going to come together from a future perspective and from a vision perspective, and we have been able to show them the value of it and convince them the other way. So I would say
Yeah.
about our entire
Yeah.
product is aligned to that.
Yeah.
That's fair. A lot of the Netflix features didn't come from what customers said. It came from observing customer behavior. And that's valuable as well. That's great.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
s-
to add to that real quick, the features and functionality were important, and there was a lot of input on that. But I think it's important to realize like the customers that were part of the design partnership came from multiple different verticals, right? So we had Richemont, who was in that retail space, Netflix that we talked about, largest media company on the planet. Plus big SI partners like EY and Booz Allen, right? So the capability needs, right, was so expansive across all of those different verticals that really created the interests for dialogue around how can one platform with a set of feature and functionality deliver a set of outcomes that all of those companies that think of risk the same way, but go about it in a different procedural fashion could
mhm.
benefit, right? And that I think is what really was the ingredient that brought all the feature and functionality that came together to build SafeOne and made it successful for all of them.
Okay, that's amazing. So any key learnings that stand out to you as you as you've been on this journey over the last year?
I think I can't think of building the product without this partnership. It has pretty much changed the way we think. In fact, even internally now, when we have any idea, engineers ask us, all right, can you share the recording of what customers told us about this particular feature, or how do you guys come up with this? So it's very transparent that way. We have Gong calls where
I
every
love that.
single session is recorded. So that way, we are, and Gong is available to the entire company for them to see. So that way, I think transparency, both sides with the customers, internally with engineering, them hearing critical feedback. Sometimes you've built something and they're like, what is this shit? This doesn't make sense to me,
Mhm.
right? And we've heard those feedbacks as well, and we've pivoted very quickly. So it's I think the key learning is to be transparent and iterative. I would say iteration is big as well. A lot of times you feel like, hey, let's just build this whole thing and then launch it. But it doesn't, you'll never do a great job by doing that, right? Because even iPhone took 15 iterations and to come where they are now, right? It needs usage and it needs early usage, right? So the key
Yeah, you're
learning,
never done, right? Yeah.
exactly, key learning is to iterate, iterate, iterate.
Yeah.
That's the way we
The
think about
key
it.
key learning for me was really understanding how customers were doing risk management or dealing with risk management today. And then how could we make the experience a lot easier for them, right?
Mhm.
So it was a heavy focus, and that's what I liked about the partnership between SB and myself, where I had a key focus on that aspect, right? The customer experience aspect of this, while it allowed him to focus more on how do we bring the feature functionality together to create an easy customer experience for them. So it's almost like internally we had a design partnership of our own, where I constantly gave feedback to him on, hey, we still haven't gotten it right, right? It's
Yeah.
taking 10 clicks to get to an answer. Can we get that down to less than 3 clicks? So that I think was a big thing that came out of the design partnership that's helping to influence additional development that we're doing for the product even today.
Yeah, I love much of what you guys have talked about here. I love the Gong recordings. I'm HR, but I listen to them, and I love seeing the interactions with the customers that we have. And it's funny, I'll forward them to my team sometimes. You got to listen to this one, and that just shows really how the whole company cares about the customer, right? You don't need to be in a customer-facing role or position to want to hear directly from the customer. And I love that we make it available to all our engineers too. I think that's great for the customer and the product. But I also think it's wonderful when engineers can work on work that they understand the value they're bringing when they're working on it. And being close to the customer is a way engineers can see the value of what they're doing. So thank you very much for making sure the whole company can benefit from the customer's voice.
Absolutely.
With that being said, you know, how would I feel like you've already done this, but let me give you a chance to kind of summarize. What would you say is the overall impact of this program?
I think I can go first. I think the overall impact is very positive. I feel like I already mentioned that I feel very confident, and I feel like this is the only way to do it. And of course, there are other ways, but I feel this is completely in my mantra of like whatever I'm building, I want to build with the customers, with design partnership and everything. I think at the same time, what I feel is customers get to call out. Like even today, I was with ADP, and they could very clearly call out that this particular functionality was because of us, right? And I knew it, they knew it, and it's like imagine the skip intro and the example that I gave from a Netflix perspective, that auto download. I'm sure a few people came up with that idea, and they know that it's in the product because of that. So when the relationship is built, when you've connected with the customer through the product, the customers become very open to problems as well, right? They know that it's tough. They know it's going to take a few iterations to improve and all of that. So that's why in general, they are open to problems because they know it'll get fixed. It's all about giving that feedback and getting it fixed, right? So I think
Well, they almost become an extended member of our family.
exactly.
Yeah.
And now that we have WhatsApp groups and Slack channels, it's like whenever there's a new idea, literally when an engineer sends a video, we forward it to like 10 customers just like that. Like, hey, what do you guys think? And they'll be like, oh my God, when is this coming? Let's discuss it in the next call. So that collaboration is just amazing.
Great.
Yeah. I this design partnership program, we thought it would be one and done, but it's not. Like we actually have a lot more of our customers that did not participate in the first go round are now actively coming to us and saying, hey, how can I become a design partner? And that's largely because of uh, the fact that our design partners have actually created industry forums and community on like Slack community and stuff like that. They're collaborating at user groups and conferences, and they're talking about, hey, I was a design partner. I helped build that feature, right?
Amazing.
I helped make that simpler. So I think word's getting around that, SAFe is creating a culture that includes customers in the process of building something that's really complex, that's solving a complex problem out there, that so much so that others want to actually join. And I think lastly, like for us, I think it's helping to influence how we operate, right? And bring the best experience, right, to market. Because like I said, it's not an easy problem that we're solving, right? It's a very difficult problem, but
Mhm.
it doesn't mean that the experience needs to be difficult. By including our customers, we're getting tremendous feedback on how we can constantly look at that experience for them and simplify it even further.
Yeah, feedback and validation that we're going in the right direction and building what will be, useful to them and what will make them more successful. I love it.
Yeah.
I love everything about our customer first focus. I love how great it is for the customer. I love how great it is for the product. And I really love as the HR person how great it is for our employees. So
Yeah, just to add, I would say like if somebody came to you from Workday or as a chief people officer, Bamboo HR and others, right, and ask you have been a power user, like the feedback you're going to give back to them is going to be gold, right? One of the
I
things
wish
that
they
comes to
did.
mind, well, the one of the like I also remember we have built a very simple and simple user interface, right? Now, initially, when you talk to customers about, hey, here is we collect like over a million signals a day per customer, right? So one way is to just give them an interface and show like everything together, right? Now, one of the feedbacks was that, hey, I can practically not action more than 10 feedbacks, right? I can practically not do that. So why do you have to show the entire thing to me, right? So that's one of the things in our product is like you will only see how much you need to see, right?
Yeah,
You can
help
always
me
click and
prioritize.
see
Yeah.
more, right?
Hmm.
So that's why you try to really make it simple, and that's where we have to negotiate with the customer that yes,
Yeah.
are you going to be doing that 10 out of 10 times, or are you going to be doing that 1 out of 10 times? So
Yeah.
the moment you get that conversation going, it really helps you build the product in a more simpler way.
That's wonderful. I really appreciate the time that you've given to this today, you guys. I know you're busy. I know there's a lot on your schedule, but I appreciate this, and you'll see it up on our Life at Safe channel, and we'll make sure you get a copy as well. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you so
Great.
much.
Thank you, Barbie.
See you, Chris.
Bye.
Bye.